Today's Living Word with Pastor Arlene.
Continuing our study on the Holy Spirit, our helper, we're looking at James chapter 1 and verse 2. My brethren, count it all joy when you fall into various trials and temptations. I just know you've been spending yesterday being joyful no matter what situation came, because you know your helper, Holy Spirit, is helping you out of that situation. Verse 3, James 1:3 says, knowing that the testing of your faith produces patience. Now, just what is this meaning? Well, the testing of your faith, what it is, it tests whether you actually believe Jesus. For instance, you believe that you should tithe or give offerings, and then you stop and think, the thought comes, I won't have enough till the end of the month. You do not trust Jesus as your source. So that faith wasn't really there. Maybe in your head you thought he was, but you didn't have that faith. You weren't totally convicted of that. You see, what happens when the testing of your faith, meaning Satan wants to steal that word out of you. Remember, temptations, tests, and trials are from Satan. He wants to steal the word. So he is coming against the word, because it's the word that contains the faith. The word produces faith. He wants to steal that word. And he's hoping through tests, trials, and temptations, he is going to steal that word out of you and get you in unbelief instead of faith. You see, we develop patience. Endurance is another word for patience. When we resist that temptation. We resist the temptation to think God's not going to meet our need. We resist the temptation that God's not going to deliver us. We resist that temptation that we're not protected and I can't go somewhere because I might not be protected. That's developing patience. We resist those thoughts. We must remember and keep it clear that the problems aren't God. Your problem is never God. He is the author of your blessing. God doesn't tempt us. We must submit to God and resist the devil. You submit to God by standing in faith, speaking the word, believing what God says more than what the situation says. Because these things are subject to turn around.